Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Hope everyone had a fantastic day. I had a pretty good one, I have to say. It was a solid all-around day that we will be sharing here momentarily. Okay. Shared over. Looks like we're live. We're Gucci. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, not a ton to talk about, but what we did do was pretty solid, and I was happy about it. So let's get into it, because it's 1 a.m. All right. So, so. I'm gonna pretty much walk straight through the day today because everything is kind of like, pretty straightforward. Sometimes I like to jump around, but we're just gonna go straight through it. So I woke up today, knowing that I had to do some things that are obviously on this list, but I woke up and completely, shockingly, I got. The weird thing is I'm on Reddit, but I don't like mess with Reddit that much, and I got a Reddit notification saying, like, because of the things that I follow and because I am on there sometimes, especially with this whole Google Pixel Bud bullshit. It said, like, some Reddit posts that they're available for purchase on bestbuy.com. Recently, it said that they're available, but it says like they're coming soon or something like that, or like they're, you can't get them just yet. But it said they were available for purchase on Reddit, and I was like, oh shit! So it's like 10 a.m. and I go to Best Buy, and it says, lo and behold, that the orange Pixel Buds are now available for purchase on bestbuy.com, and that was tremendous. I was like, this is dope. I'm gonna purchase them right now. So I bought them, and it said they'd be here like by the 27th, and that was great, whatever. Now in that Reddit thread, it said that there was like a bunch that they were like sold out, like the mint ones were already sold out or whatever, like with another color and stuff like that. So that was kind of concerning because, like, I thought like Walmart just the other week or something like that had something like this where it went on sale, but then you couldn't actually get it. It was like weird. It's ridiculous the way that they do all this shit. But anyway, today must have been the day where they announced and officially released the Pixel 4a as well. So it kind of made sense. So again, in that Reddit post, it said that there was going to be a drop at like 11 a.m. It's like it's probably going to release at 11 a.m. like everywhere, in a sense. So 11 a.m. comes, and Google, I can actually show you because I've had it bookmarked for months. If you go on here and you press buy before, oh, look at this. Oh man, I better get mine then because I'm going to be pissed the fuck off. So to explain this to you, up until 11 a.m. today, this was just like this right here, this clearly white, but all these other ones said like notify me when they're available or whatever. So what I did today was I bought those ones on Best Buy, and then these came on sale, and they were able, you were able to see them like this, and I was like, well, shit, I really want these orange ones, and I know they're going to be limited in stock, so I need to get these as fast as possible. So I went here, and I actually placed an order, so like my second order of Pixel Buds. I bought these, and then I was going to go over to, because they have this 2-day shipping thing as well as free 2-day shipping, so like I should have just bought it here. But then I went back over to Best Buy, and I tried to cancel it, and I couldn't. So I was like, fuck. I don't really want to get two because then I might have to like ship it back or some shit and do like all sorts of weird shit or whatever. So I probably should have just kept them both, truthfully, and then just sent one back just to make sure that I got one, because I'm very skeptical of Best Buy. I do not like purchasing from there. And I think generally their stuff is expensive. These were it was going to be the same price regardless, but I would have gotten these ones sooner probably if I would have bought this. These are all just, like little random things. Obviously this is like just weird, shit and like technicalities. But the reason that I'm talking about this is because these fucking ones literally came out like in April or something like that, and I've been waiting for the orange ones for so long. So this has just been like a pain in the ass that I've just been constantly checking this, because my other ones are pretty much fucked. Like, I mean, like they work, but they're not the greatest, and I've had them for years. So I really wanted these. I have Pixel, like I really wanted these to match the phone and stuff like that. So that'd be dope. But yeah, so I'm just hoping now that the ones from Best Buy actually come and they're in orange, because it's already out of stock here. So yeah, but whatever. So anyway, I canceled the Google Pixel, the Google order here. Like I actually bought this earlier today after I bought the Best Buy thing. Couldn't cancel on Best Buy, and then I canceled this one. So whatever, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they just come and everything is right in the world and we'll be a happy camper. But I've been waiting for those for a very long time, so we'll see. So that's why I have bought Pixel Buds, maybe. Like, I purchased them. We'll see if they actually come. So that's the deal there. But after I finished all that shit, I actually had to record the 54th episode of Fueled by Progress at noon today. And I didn't do it in person. I did it right here at this desk, and I did it over Zoom. And I fucking hate recording podcasts via Zoom. Like, I'm very appreciative of anybody that wants to come on. And I'm super happy that the guest today said yes. Like, I'm not being upset about that. I'm just saying that, like, I hate recording stuff via Zoom because it's just like the quality gets diminished so heavily, and it's like such a pain in the ass to try to fix. Like, there's probably a way to make it better. I know there is. But with the setup that I have, it's good, but it would be better. It's better if it's not fucking via Zoom. So that's just an annoying thing to me because I just don't want to do that. Like, I just don't want to do it virtually because I have the equipment and I built this thing to do it in person, and it's really good in person, I think, in my opinion. So that's kind of annoying, but it was a great episode. It was almost 2 hours, and we talked about a lot of good stuff. Talked about what the guest has going on. I don't want to reveal it just because, like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but I like to keep it relatively on the low until it comes out, kind of like a surprise. But it was a really good episode. I had a lot of fun talking with our guest, and that should be up on Wednesday at noon. So I think that's the 26th, I want to say, if I'm looking at the calendar. Yeah. So that was dope. And also today, maybe it was yesterday actually, I am starting to get more people giving a shit about the content, which is awesome to see. And like old friends and stuff like that, like see me on Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. And they're like, hey, I'd love to come on and catch up. And I'm all for that. Like, anybody that wants to be on the show, I'm pretty much going to say yes to because, one, obviously we need guests, but more importantly, I think everybody has like a story to tell, right? And everybody has their own experiences and stuff like that. So as long as you don't plan on coming around and like fucking around, it's like whatever. Like, I'd be more than happy to sit and chat because ultimately too, I was actually thinking about this today because I was comparing myself. To Joe Rogan, which was not it doesn't make any fucking sense, but I was thinking purely from an episode standpoint, right? Like the number of episodes. He's done like almost 1,600 or something like that, 1,500, 1,600 or something. And that's a lot of fucking episodes. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, you can't do one a week at that pace. That's literally like 30 years of episodes. Like, you can't do that. You got to do way more. So at some point, I hope to do a lot more. I hope to do more than one a week. I would really love to do that. But you just got to keep working. So we'll see what happens. For now, I think it's going great. I'm very happy with it. I think we're getting a lot of positive feedback. We're not like doing like millions of views or anything like that, but I really think that we're having some great conversations. And I know that if people watch, they're going to get stuff out of it. It's just about getting people to it and finding people that give a shit. And that's what a lot of that episode was about. So yeah, it's going well. Can't say anything bad about it. And the apparel is definitely coming. I've talked about this, I think, a couple days ago, but I don't actually think I've talked about the way that I've set up this piece here now. So like, this is the recap. I talk about, I put the stuff here and I talk about it every night. But like recently I implemented this list of these things to implement. So weekly I want to do the finance reconciliation, FBP episode, the clips, the AM and the PM clips. And then I want to do a YouTube video, but again, I don't know how often we're going to be able to do that just yet, but this is ideal. And then daily, obviously, this daily recap, and then either hockey or an hour of training. And then, there's a lot of other things that I want to do, like, like hanging out with like Amanda and things like that. But this is kind of like a preliminary thing, very simplistic thing. I wanted to really break it down pretty tight. So we got that. But this is the part that I really want to talk about is I talked about the giveaway yesterday. We're going to have an FBP giveaway of these things right here, this pop socket and these two stickers. So nothing crazy, but something to get us going here because I like that, and I'd love to get some more shit out there. into the world. So we're going to give away those. We're going to do like a post on IG and the story, and then like have people like, follow, and tag 3 friends to hopefully, get a decent amount of people to enter, and then we'll randomly pick one or some shit and get it to them. So hopefully that works. Hopefully we do that and it all goes according to plan. I'm sure that'll be great. I'm hoping that boosts us a little bit in like follower count and stuff like that. Just gets a little more awareness out there. That'd be dope. I want to have my website done by the 1st. That's like 11 days or 10 days. So at least like a minimum viable product. That's what we're looking for here, an MVP. Just something that I can say it's done for now. Like, it's never going to be done, but it's okay. It's not okay yet. I want to get to that point. And then Fueled by Progress. This one's kind of aggressive, kind of not aggressive, because honestly, this website is pretty much done. It just doesn't have any products on it. Like, I spent so much time, like, I don't even fucking know when I spent this much time on this thing. It was a while ago, and I can't even remember, like, all the things I did. But I worked a lot on this, and there's still things to be hashed out, because this website is complex. It has, like, user accounts. It has e-commerce. It has a lot of shit, and it's going to have products and all that stuff, obviously. So I want to get that done by the beginning of October and say that is done, and we can start selling shit on there, and we can start pushing people to the website, because that would be dope if we can start that. But yeah, so I'm really big into this. Like I just really enjoy the separation of like brands and building brands and things like that. So building the personal brand, building Fueled by Progress, building AM and the PM to a certain degree, and like all these other things. So I'm very excited about that. That's what we're implementing, and that runs right in line with the filming of the episode today. And then also I published and promoted AM and the PM 22. That was a guest couples episode with our friends Lindsay and Dylan Dew. So I'd highly recommend you check that one out too. That one's pretty good. There's a lot of content in there about like relationships and like being married. It's a married couple. They bought a house together. There's a lot of things in there that are just pertinent to relationships, and I'm really having fun with that as well. Just time with Amanda, time with our friends, talking, chatting about those types of issues, because a lot of people, I think the trouble is that you got to stay balanced. You can't just work all the time. You got to have some, relaxation. You got to have some like not necessarily relationship time, but like time with people that you love, right? And just enjoy that part of it. And I think that that's a good balance where I'm talking about like entrepreneurship and just like personal development, all that stuff over on Fueled by Progress, but also at the same time, every week I'm talking about like relationship things and like just like how to be a better, how to be a better parent, how to be a better spouse, how to be a better this, that, and the other. So I really think that it's well rounded, and that's one of my mantras is. Along with being Fueled by Progress, is I just want to be fucking well rounded. Like that's always been the thing. I just don't want to be so bad at one thing. Like if that makes sense. Like obviously there's a million things in the world and you can't be, average at everything. But I mean like the big things, right? Like there would be no reason for me to be a really good businessman and a shitty, like the worst, like if you're a really good businessman and a terrible father, I think you failed. Like that's just my personal thing. Like you can do whatever you want. If that's what you want to do, then do that. But I'm saying like me specifically, like I'd rather be an average business person and an average father, like even like, that sounds ridiculous, but like an average at both rather than being like really fucking good at like being a businessman and really bad at being a father, if that makes sense. I think that naturally the big things in life, like those kind of things being the core things, like I think being a parent is extremely important. Yeah. Oh, Facebook not working? No. Let me see. I did share it, but I don't know. It might have broke. Oh, you mean on the stream or the chat thing rather? Let's see. I appreciate you hopping on, Dave. Let me see. 820. I think that's this one. Stream is live, but I can't comment on it on chat either way. Yeah. Well, Twitch is better, I would say. But let me see here. I kind of see it on Facebook. It looks like it's live, but I don't know. Let me try to I'm just going to say hi Just see what happens. Haha, that's weird. Sometimes I actually did this the other day. I commented on here, like, hello. I commented on here through Restream, and it wouldn't send to Facebook. Like I did check, and then this one was an X. But yeah, I don't know. It is wonky, so I wouldn't blame you. It was probably giving everybody some trouble there for a little bit or something. But oh well. I mean, honestly, like I don't even. I love how they're on YouTube now as well. It's just kind of like promoting the channel with a bunch of content that like doesn't mean anything. Like not like it doesn't mean anything, but it's like there's no SEO or anything into it because it's literally the same thing just with a date every day. But I don't know. It's kind of a cool archive. I'm liking the consistent content, but yeah. So, but like the whole thing, like I was saying, I'd rather be like well-rounded at things, and yeah. So, yeah. Oh shit, Dave. I feel that. My sleep schedule has been so fucked up because of all the stuff that I'm doing. It's like absurd. It's like I've been playing too much Call of Duty with Burhan. So one night, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went to bed at 5 a.m. Fucked me up really bad for a few days, probably like a whole week. And then like normally now it's like 2, maybe 3, and it's still a little weird. So I had a funny story about that. Actually, I had Monday. I had a dentist appointment at 11 a.m. I actually woke up at 11:15 with from a call from the dentist place. That was funny. So, yeah, that's bad though. So, you don't want to do that. You'll miss dentist appointments. It's not good. But yeah. So, published from Notre Dame in the PM22. Go check it out. It's cool. Went to dinner, Longhorn with Amanda. Always good. You got to peep the Instagram for all the food that I eat. I normally put that on there. That's funny. I'm taking pictures at dinner. Like the other day, and my parents are like, "Do you take pictures of all your food?" I'm like, "Yes, I gotta let the people know." So it's funny. But that's comical. I like to try to keep it somewhat entertaining too. I think that I'm generally kind of funny at times. I don't consider myself a comedian, but like I don't want this to be like, not the streams necessarily, but just everything that I do. I don't want it to be like extremely like bland and shitty and generic. Like I want to try to add some sort of level of entertainment to it, as well as like teach people things and just learn myself. So, but yeah, played some hockey game. Actually went to double overtime, and we won. So that's nice. And then I kind of want to talk about this random thing that I was thinking about. Got a lot of random ideas throughout the day, not just today, but every day, from things that I consume or like, instances that I'm in. Or like in this case, I don't want to call it like a stereotype or like a standard thing that like, people think or act, or the way that they act or whatever. But let me paint this picture, and then, maybe this is something that other people experience, because I feel like I experience. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that like are social media, like either influencers or whatever, or they're just like people on social media, okay? And they're establishing followings, right? Whatever they're doing. It's like, I don't know. I've never heard this like said out loud per se, but it's like if somebody follows you, right? If you're a person and somebody follows you on Instagram, what makes you follow them back? Like I think of it like, do I want to see this person's stuff on my feed? Like I try to curate like a feed of like, kind of like positivity and things that I want to see and stuff like that. And like maybe entrepreneurship stuff, maybe finance stuff, like all these types of things. Like, do I want to see this person's, am I interested in what this person has to post? And that's kind of like my barometer in a sense of that. Right. And it's like, I don't really know if that's like a good thing to do or not, because I feel like that makes me like overanalyze the fucking follow button. Like, I don't know if there's any merit to the fact that like, oh, you want to have like 1 million followers and like 2 people, like you want to have like 1 million followers and only following 2 people. Like, I don't know if that's like really a thing, if that makes sense, if that's like actually a good thing to try to do or care about whatsoever. So that's just like an interesting thing that I'm always somewhat cognizant about, because I think about it and I'm like, I want more followers because I want more people to hear what I'm saying, and I think that I could help a lot of people. But at the same time, like, should I be following more people in order to make that happen, or should I be following the people that follow me? And I don't know. It's definitely an overanalyzation, but it's like a weird thing that I was thinking about. And I always think about it, like, because I'm trying to get more people to follow me, so I should probably kind of follow more people to get, to kind of like get on the radar, people spread more awareness. And at the end of the day, I don't think it really fucking matters. I think it's just like all, vanity metrics. The only reason you have those is just so you try to get more organically, seen by people. And actually, side tangent on that, I was scrolling through fucking Instagram today, and they are now putting things on your feed that are obviously ads. They've done that for a while, and I can't blame them for that. That's how they make money. But like, this is literally my feed yesterday or something. Person that I know, one of their recent posts, right? Like some friend, I don't even know, but like a friend. Next one's like an ad. The next one, random account, not sponsored, so not an ad, but on the bottom it says you're seeing this post based on the posts that you saved. So like Instagram has this feature where you can save posts, so you're not really liking them, but you're putting them like in a place where you can save them and go look at them. And apparently now what they're doing is they're inserting posts from those types of people, either the same accounts or same niches or whatever it is, into your feed. On the surface, it's not like completely ridiculous. It kind of makes sense. It's like, okay, well, I'm probably interested in this, but I didn't sign up for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and they're not advertising to me. So they're not paying for it to get to me, and I didn't ask for it. So it's like, it's like a little bit of a gray area. And here's the reason why. It's because what if I follow other people? Like, what if I follow other people? And those, like, what if I follow a business and that business is trying to get to me via organic search or organic, like, feed, scrolling? They have less of a shot now because there's other shit getting fed into that feed. It's a very crazy thing, like all these algorithms of like Instagram and YouTube and everything like that. And, I think really what the thing is, you just got to continue to try to put out the things that you want to do and, try to be as consistent as possible, but also like, kind of, unfortunately, you have to see what is working and what's not working. And that's the tough part of it because, it just takes so much fucking time. So, but that's kind of the idea. And the other part of that was the liking other people's posts is like, that's such a, like, it's all psychological. It's like all like these little mind games things. But like, I'm thinking like, I remember when I was a person that like cared a lot about like social media in a sense of not like growing my following and getting my message out there, but I just cared about social media because like it was social media, right? Like I post like a random picture and it's like, oh, I hope people follow that or like that and stuff like that. I don't even really think about that anymore. It's like, I just want, I don't care if anybody likes it. I just would love to have people know about what I'm doing, right? Obviously these streams, they get like a couple views per night. Like it's not like I'm not doing this for the viewers per se or for the number of viewers. I'm doing this because I want to document what I'm doing, and I would love to help some people, anybody that gives a shit, and I really appreciate, right? So that is kind of the place that I'm at with all that. The way that relates to liking other people's posts and stuff is liking somebody's post on Instagram is literally like, boom, it's done, right? Boop, boop, you got it, right? And the idea is, it's really a culmination, I guess, of idea. It's a variation on like a theme of something else. Like if you want to be known in a community or known on a platform or something like that, you have to engage. Like you can't just post content. You got to engage too. You got to engage with other people that are posting similar shit, people in same niches and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's a really important thing, is just liking other people's posts and, even again, extrapolated to commenting and, other engagement. Like, you have to do that, and I don't think I do that enough because, it's just not on my radar. It's like I see something, it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. I actually, though, this is one little random fun fact. I actually have tried to make it much more of a point that like if I'm scrolling through like TikTok or if I'm scrolling through Facebook or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, tell me if you guys do this. Like if anybody's watching now, later. Have you ever scrolled through Facebook and Instagram? Okay. whatever platform. You're scrolling, and like ultimately, if you're, anywhere in the 20-ish range, or really anywhere, you'll see something funny. Eventually, you'll see something funny, whether it's somebody that something shared, or whatever. You'll see something that's funny, and then I'm trying to make it a point where, like, if I see something that's funny that makes me laugh or makes me emotional or something like that, I do not look at who posted it. The reason that I want to do this is because, like, what I'm saying is I react to it in a certain way. If it's like a comment, like maybe if it's a comment, but like more so like a like or a heart or whatever, or cry or whatever the fuck. But like, what I'm saying is I want the content to dictate how I react to something. And like, if I react to something, I don't want the person posting it to dictate it. I think there's a lot of times where you scroll and then it's like, oh, that's funny, but I don't want to react on this person's post. Some shit like that. Like, I don't know. This is kind of like off in the weeds now. But what I'm saying is I think it kind of all relates is you got to make sure that you engage. You got to make sure that you do all these things if you want to continue to grow, if you want like to just be more relevant on a platform and like have more people know you and have more awareness. And honestly, like for the algorithms as well, I think that's a big part of it, because it's like attached, those actions are attached to like your profile, especially on like LinkedIn and stuff. So I don't know, just kind of like a weird random idea and stuff and the thought that I had. But all I'm saying is, like, it takes 2 taps to like a post on Instagram. I don't ever want to pass up that opportunity, like, moving forward, because I want to show support to other people, and I want to make sure that I'm engaging in content, not just, spewing it out like somebody that's just, trying to do whatever. So I think it's a full circle. I think there's a lot that's to that. And that's kind of, my take on it. But other than that, like I said, it was kind of like a pretty straightforward day. Very excited about these Pixel Buds. Hope to God that I get them. I'll be so sad if I don't end up getting these orange Pixel Buds that I've waited for literally months and months and months. But hopefully they're on the way from Best Buy. Tomorrow I got to take care of some like kind of housekeeping stuff. I'm trying to get a haircut. I got to do that before 2 p.m. though. And I probably should catch up on the clips at this point, because the clips for AM and the PM, clips for FBP, because I don't have, I haven't been working on that. And I am excited about that, though. Let me see here. YouTube. And so I'll briefly show this just because I think I showed it the other day. But I'll show it here, and I really like putting shit in the chat here, because then it seems like people like actually occasionally subscribe. So this one, what you're seeing here is AM and the PM clips. So completely stolen from other large podcasts. You take your 2-hour long thing and you segregate it out into like little smaller clips that are more digestible, if you will, and I think it's going to be great. These obviously don't have many views yet, because the big problem is that, you kind of have to have like SEO and stuff like that in a sense. And it's literally like a couple days old, right? Like these were just put up there 6 days ago. But I think this is dope. I think if I continue to do this for every episode, like, 2 to 4 clips from each episode or something like that, then this will be really cool. And they're pretty easy to do. You just chop them up and then make like a silly thumbnail. Whatever, might have stolen some of the thumbnail theming from another podcast that is gonna be not named, but I have no shame. I use whatever works, and then I iterate on it. So there is AM and the PM, AM and the PM clips channel, and then FPP is gonna be the same thing, but I just haven't put any up yet. Which I'm excited for this. This is going to be dope. Like these clips, I mean, the other clips are obviously cool, but these clips are going to be awesome, because I know that there's going to be a lot of good talks. There's already been a ton of good guests. There's already been a lot of good conversation, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. And I just think it's a fucking brilliant idea. So very happy with that. So those are the clips channels. There's going to be a lot more shit on there soon. And let's see if there's anything else. Not really. I got to catch up on the clips. Like I said, I have to go into a birthday party tomorrow night, like a pool birthday party thing. And maybe play like some tennis or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll play some tennis. That's kind of just like a random thing. But yeah, we shall see. So it's been a great day. Very happy with it. We're moving along swimmingly, and I'm very excited for what's to come here. So yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys